I mean, Temilolu, we've expended a whole lot of time talking about, the English side. Let's go back to the game between France and Spain. What do you make of that particular game? I mean, France huffed and puffed. A lot of people did not give Spain the opportunity in terms of maybe Spain is able to dispatch the French side. Because if we are being honest, apart from Rodri that's very exceptional, Spain has also, they have a pattern of play, but you can't compare the Spain that showed up in the last Euro to the Spain that we have now. And the reason is Lamine Yamal is not operating at 100%. Nico O'Reilly, Nico Williams has not been that Nico Williams we saw in the last tournament. So what do you make of that particular performance? And do you think Spain has what it takes to be able to dispatch this Argentinian side?
So before the match, in fact, like a week before the match, okay, let me say some days before the match, I was having a conversation with someone, and I was breaking down how Spain were going to beat France. Lo and behold, I watched the match with this person, and the person told me that every single thing I said is playing out. I told them that the key person for Spain is Rodri. And Rodri is a DA, right? And then you are playing 4-2-3-1 for France. Rodri will be facing Olise every single time. And the chief creator for France is Olise.
True.
And Rodri is a mastermind he doesn't run, but he knows how to position himself and he knows how to cancel out people. So I told them that Rodri is going to cancel out Olise and still play beautiful football. And it will give Spain the upper hand. Lo and behold, that was what played out. Shut out Olise and the whole of France crumbled. Some cases did not even really help France because Rabiot, who was supposed to control the midfield, also went out. And the moment Rabiot went out, I knew the match was as good as finished. We saw Desire Desue, terrible. Bakola, Dembele, even Mbappe. Mbappe was absent for the whole of the first half. So I think it was just the mistake France made was that, France have been reactive throughout this World Cup. They've been reactive. Yes, reactive in the sense that once they get the ball, everybody's moving. Yes, they don't really pass the ball. What they do is one ball, everybody runs. You understand? One person carries the ball, everybody runs. But when you now come to Spain, there's nobody running in Spain because nobody can run. So what they do is they drop the ball. They pass from back to middle to front, patiently building up play and opening up opportunities. You understand? And that was where France got it wrong. And I told the same person that if France wants to win this game, even at 2-0, France had the chance. Even at 2-0, if France wanted to win that game, what they would have done is bring in Ryan Cherki to the attacking midfield position. Shift Olise to the right wing. You understand? This is going to give France passing options because most of the attackers don't like to receive the ball. Dembele doesn't like to pass around. That's the bitter truth. Bakola doesn't like to pass around. Desire doesn't like to pass around. Even Mbappe doesn't like to pass around. These are players that once they carry the ball, they want to run. So you need people that will pass the ball around. You understand? In that process, creating space for the likes of Mbappe to run in behind the defense. You understand? It is also very glaring that Deschamps didn't realize that you cannot keep on running. They tried it every time. When Dembele gets the ball, he wants to run. You understand? And before you know what's happening, he's isolated. They've collected the ball from him. You understand? If Desire has the ball, he wants to run. He's isolated. You understand? So put the ball down. They brought in Ryan Cherki. When they brought in Ryan Cherki, you can see that France game changed. But it didn't totally change because Dembele was still on the pitch. I was thinking Dembele would have been removed. You understand? Then Olise will be moved to the right wing. You understand? To accommodate people that can hold the ball. And having a midfield two of Manu Kone and Tchouaméni was a recipe for disaster. And to be honest with you, I saw no reason why Tchouaméni should even start that game. Let's be honest with ourselves. There is rhythm. See, in football, there's something about rhythm. And they say if it is not broken, don't fix it. So France midfield has been working fantastically well with Manu Kone and Rabiot for the last 4 matches. They've built a chemistry. One knows when to go, the other one knows when to drop. It has been working. So I think DJ Deschamps felt the pressure of like, okay, I think we need to win this game. And bringing on Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni just killed the rhythm. There was no connection between the defense and the midfield. There was no connection between the midfield and the attack. Everybody was just everywhere, busy doing nothing. You see sometimes Tchouaméni will drop. You understand? And the same Tchouaméni that Manu Kone will follow him and drop, because Manu Kone is a DM. You understand? So Manu Kone became disturbed, you understand, on what he was supposed to do. You understand, in the midfield. And it was just a recipe for disaster. Kudos to Spain. You understand, they don't really have those wow players aside Lamine Yamal, but when you have players that know what they are doing and they are the best at what they are doing, you understand, these are the kind of matches that you have. Imagine a 29-year-old Rodri controlling the midfield from the likes of Tchouaméni, Manu Kone. You understand? So I told the person, once Olise is the attacking midfielder for this game and he's up against Rodri, Olise will be absent, and it's played out 100%. And you can see the likes of Cucurella and even Pedro Porro bombing forward. That will tell you how fruitless the France attack was, for the fullbacks to be bombing forward, to the extent that Pedro Porro even got a 9 goal, a striker's goal. A right back getting a striker's goal. You understand? He had all the time. He picked his spots. You understand? So it was just very disastrous from France. You understand? They lost the reading by starting to Tchouaméni. There was no point to start to Tchouaméni. You understand? In a game like this, you understand, you should have started people that can retain the ball, because Spain will always want to have the ball. And when you have the ball, you have to ensure that you have people that know what to do with the ball, not that they just run. You understand? And then the icing on the cake was when Saliba got injured. I told this same person in my analysis that France defense is a terrible defense. You understand? I've said this from the group stage, that France defense is terrible. You cannot rely on the likes of Upamecano. Upamecano is just 1 second away from making a mistake. That's just how good he can be. And when you look at the bench, you have somebody like Konate. You have somebody like Konate. Konate is not even different from Upamecano. You understand? They are just 1 second away. So I told him that the main reason why Upamecano is playing well is because he has somebody like Saliba that is reminding him that, bro, we are still playing football. Because Upamecano can be easily absent. You understand? He can be absent-minded sometimes. So Saliba reminds him that, bro, we are playing football. We are still on the pitch. You understand? He has somebody to psych him up. You get? And the moment Saliba got removed, I knew that the game was as good as done. I was even thinking I'll even see maybe like a Tchouaméni drop to a CB, you understand, and bring in somebody like a N'Golo Kante, you understand, to the midfield, or try to just bring in a Clement, you understand, just an attacking player, an extra attacking player, you understand, to try to control the whole setup. But then I saw them bring in, no disrespect to the Crystal Palace defender, but I don't think that pressure, that kind of match is a match where he should be playing. No disrespect to him. I was even expecting Konate, you understand, to partner Upamecano instead of the guy, but no disrespect to him. He's a wonderful defender, but that's, and you can see he panicked. His panic was the reason why Pedro Porro got that second goal. You understand? He jumped in. He should have maintained your line, maintained the line. Saliba knows how to maintain the line. You understand? You can see Upamecano was even trying to maintain the line, but the moment he jumped in, there's always space. You understand? And so that space Spain capitalized on. So it was just tactical setup, wonderful game of football. They showed France that, you know what, you have all the firepower, but regardless of having firepower, you need to have control. And in this stage of the tournament, what you need is control, not just firepower. You need control. You need to control the game. That's what Argentina showed England in the second half. You need to control games. And the final is going to be an interesting one between two teams that know how to control positions and they know how to make use of space. And it is going to be an interesting one. And when you see Spain's substitution, that was what even got me angry at Tuchel. You see Spain's substitution, you are leading 2-0. They didn't go and defend. No. True. You can see them removing Alex Baena, bringing in Nico Williams, removing Oyarzabal, bringing in Fernan Torres. You understand? Removing Dani Olmo, bringing in like for like substitutions, sending a message to France that, you know what, we are not pushovers in this thing. We are not leading 2-0 by mistake. And if you slack up, we will score again. You understand? So France, there was no way for France to go all attack. You understand? Bearing in mind that they still had Lamine Yamal now bringing in fresh legs in Nico Williams. You can even see Fernan Torres even play the ball, and I think he hit the bar, he hit the woodwork. You understand? So this Spain played beautiful football. Let's be honest with ourselves, and they did really very well. Kudos to the coach, you understand? Kudos to the manager. They showed France that, you know what, sometimes what you need is control. France just has 4 top attacking players, but there was no link between the midfield and the attack properly. The creativity was relied on Olise, and Rodri just took complete control of that midfield, and that was how they lost. So kudos to them. An interesting final to watch, you understand? It is open to anybody and everybody.
Okay, Solomon, as we wrap up, what do you make of the Spain France game and the final? I know you are not supporting. You don't want Messi to win it because of your goat that was kicked out. I know you are definitely supporting Spain. So I mean, there's no point asking you that. I already know you will tilt towards Spain. But what do you make of the France Spain game as we round up?
Let me take it from the last statement that you made. I will have to support Spain. As long as Messi does not win the World Cup again, I am fine. I don't want that to happen again. I am very, very fine. That is that. Now, Mr. Temi has said it all, to be very, very honest. The last point that he made about the like for like substitution, it just got me angry again. It just got me really angry. See, I'm an Arsenal fan, right? I'm an Arsenal fan. So obviously, I watch all Arsenal matches, all. So I can tell you a lot of things about Arsenal. When people complain about the likes of Merino, Odegaard, I say it's because you don't know what they are doing. You don't know what they bring to the team. You see, that thing about control is very, very important. When Merino comes on, he will most likely be the most fouled player on the pitch, or he will still get some fouls that will kill the tempo of the game. That's exactly what England needed. You need a player that will kill the tempo of the game. The pressure was too much for them. Was too much. The intensity of the attacks was too much. They needed a player that could have killed that match for them. That's why I'm shocked, or I was shocked that he said that the intensity of the game was too much for Kobe Minu. I feel like he needed someone that can. Come on, it was just really baffling. Same thing for France too, right? Same thing for France. I, as I said, Mr. Temi has said pretty much everything that I needed to say. I kid you not. That was literally the same thing I was going to talk about. The control in the midfield was just beautiful to see. Do you know at some point, at the viewing center, people just stood and were clapping for Spain. They were just clapping for Spain. Like, this was. You mean you have the likes of Mbappe, Olise, Due, Dembele on the pitch, and you are still playing? Did you see the tiki taka that they were doing in it? Jesus. Terrible day for French fans. Terrible day, because you cannot watch your team being tiki taka like that in the middle of the park, right? And to be honest, I was really, really shocked that Kante did not play the match. Now, really, really shocked. I was really, really shocked that Kante did not play the match. Really, really shocked. Kante would have brought. Is it not the same Kante that Man City was complaining that they could not do anything with that, about that, because oh my God, I was shocked. Kante, see, beyond the experience that he has, beyond the experience that Kante already has, you already know the quality of play that Kante brings to that side. When
True.
Saliba got injured, you see that substitution that he made. Nah. I said it now. I said it. That Lapa guy, he was easily drawn out. Easily drawn out. He too, you know what they call Bebeto. There's a Yoruba Bebeto. He
Yeah.
just a beg. Anything the front, anything the line, anything the line. How can Pedro Poro, a right back? Come on now.
Became a
And he
striker.
plays with positions, right? A right back. Come on. Nah, it's just insane. It's just insane. So it is what it is, man.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. It's always amazing, having you here. I know by Monday it's going to be a full house on Monday. Collins has been a bit busy. He's going to join in on Monday at least. Maybe by then, Messi would have. I know Temilolua is supporting Messi behind the scene, so it's going to be an interesting Monday because two Chelsea fans. No, one Arsenal fan, one Chelsea fan supporting, Ronaldo and behind Spain, while there's another Chelsea fan supporting Messi. So it's going to be an interesting Monday, and I'm looking forward to see how Monday is going to be. Thank you so much, guys. It's always amazing having you guys here. Thank you so much, Tim Lelua. Thank you so much, Solomon. Have a wonderful Friday ahead of you. TGIF. Thank you so much.